Love and blessings to everybody watching. Today I want to share a little bit about the science of healing, right? How we could help the body make that repairs faster. Remember, the body very smart, it know how to heal, it know how to repair, how to regenerate. All you need are the right conditions, the right material, the right foods. All the way put into natural living, healing plants, drinking fruit herbs, alkalinized food, staying away from acidic food. We are very familiar with this healer right here, right? Now this wonderful human being right here practices a science which produced cures, right? And this is a beautiful science because it actually belongs to everybody. So I want to try to explain a little bit of how this science works with the most simplest of terms, with the most basic of language, to help get through to as much people as possible. So here we go. Imagine you see somebody, they lay down, right? And then feel weak and tired. Then thirsty, their mouth dry. Then say they have headaches, everything hurt them. They have nausea, then dizzy. They feel like vomit, they don't want to eat. Then they feel anxiety, they feel anxious and irritable, meaning that they don't want to get irritated. They don't want to hear nobody's sad stories. Then they feel shivers, then they feel fevers. Then basically feel like they're dead, right? What you would assume? Well, the first thing we would assume is that then they experience symptoms of sickness, right? Because that's how we don't experience this. So we would assume this is sickness, right? And it would be true in a way. In a sense, it would be true. However, this actually is what we go through when we detox from alcohol. These are the symptoms of too much alcohol drinking. So let's go say maybe the person, you would get a better idea now. You the person may say, you know what, last night I just gone off, I gonna get drunk. And you say, makes sense, right? But because of the toxicity levels when we rise so much the night before, the following day the body had to dump out the toxins, and that's what the body do. The body very good at taking out toxicity. However, that process feels like hell. Some away go so far, we go to hospital. Let away, say, God, I will never drink again. Please help me out. Right? I know someone wanna do. So no, this is when we detox alcohol. How about when we detox other toxins, right? Because we eat another toxins. If you want to compare the foods we eat right now and the drinks we drink right now to 25, 30, 40 years ago, there's a big difference, right? Right now our toxicity levels are very, very high. Even in the foods that we eat, like we think, you know, vegetables and fruits, a lot of them get sprayed. And even that go enough for the body. And now the body have to take it out. So the body have a few ways of eliminating toxins. And obviously urine. Now the body uses sweat to detoxify very fast. Now, I want to share really quick how that works, right? What that mean? Now imagine this, that a bloodline, this that a blood cell. What we put in our mouth, a lot of it get converted into one sugar, what we call glucose. It could also be fructose, sucrose. But you convert it into glucose, and glucose that what the body use to put in the cell to make the cell could convert that into energy, right? But it not always could convert everything into energy, because a lot of times we store in more than we take out. So what the body can't convert into energy is store it. They call it glycogen. That's not important right now. So then what happens is, because the body, the detox, the cleanse, they take out from the cell into the bloodstream. Now when the body do this, how often the body do this? Right? Because obviously not all of we sweat the same amount, not all of we exercise the same amount. So that means not all of we detoxify the same amount, right? Obviously herbs help this process. Normally, if they got sun outside, right, and we go out, we start to sweat, but we also start to get vitamin D. So vitamin D actually alert the body that they have a possibility to detox via the sweat glands. So once vitamin D is present, the body say, all right, well, we have always got an option to detox through the sweat glands. But let us say vitamin D levels they drop. Let us say no, it rain. One day turn to 2 days of rain, 3 days of rain, turn into a week of rain. Now vitamin D level gone down. So we as a collective start to suffer on the vitamin D deficiency. Right? So now when the body go through that, the body say, whoa, what is going on here? We have to dump out the toxins because toxins they come in faster than they come out. And right now the vitamin D levels are low. So it trigger one cleansing, one purge of the toxins. So what happens is that the cells start to dump toxins into the bloodstream. And imagine they got a lot of cells. And now the bloodstream get toxic. And the first thing the body want to do is hurry try to disinfect this toxicity and start to take it out. So it elevate the temperature. So what it does, it disinfects it with heat. It's very similar to when we go and we level say we find one well and we thirsty. So we scoop up the water, we could have drink it, but we risk getting leave pain a belly or vomiting or something. So the best thing we could do is disinfect it by heating it up, boiling the water, right? Very same thing happen right here. You know that they attempt to disinfect. So now, the cells, they dump toxins in the body, in the bloodstream, and they know they produce as much energy as normal. So they produce lesser energy. So now we have tiredness and we have weakness. Now the bloodstream, because it's so toxic, it goes through all of the body. It causes a headache. It causes aches and pains and random inflammations. That are just part of the process. And the toxicity level is so high that it starts to break down something else in the body. You see the body inside, the interior, all the organs, all the cells outside, the exterior have this thing we protected called a mucous membrane. But the toxicity starts to deteriorate that mucous membrane, and mucus start to build up in the bloodstream, and that mucus start to come out, and the lymphatic system that will take it out and it come out through here, you know, and then you feel the inflammation, and then mucus start to come out. And mucus come from all of we body, right? So now we can see how the sore throat, the fever, cough, all these different things are because the body they try to eliminate. And remember the digestive system, that's 75% of we immune system. Now a big portion. So that's the system right now where they work over time. So we need a lot of energy. But it can't have that energy in food. It can't work so hard if they got food in the stomach. Because digestion takes a lot of energy. So what you do is that you don't feel hungry. You know why? You eat. That's why you get the loss of appetite and the nausea. Because the body will work over time. They protect with. So now, you see when we left, let us say one metal outside, and it catch rain and it catch wind and sun non-stop, what happens is start to deteriorate, right? We call it rust. Now the body have something similar, but we don't call it rust. That's still a biological type of rust, but we call it oxidate. This oxidation could cause a lot of harms and erosion, meaning it could break down and degrade certain things in our body. So what we want to help this process, making it not oxidate, we put antioxidants. And antioxidants are the vitamin C, the vitamin A, the vitamin E, where you can find in the fever grass, in the mango leaves, in the guava leaves. You can find it in the kinep leaves, in the aguacate leaves. You can find it in the edible green leaves like callaloo, spinach, chaya. You can find it in fruits. We got a lot of different type of fruits with vitamin C and E and A. And in the flowers, right? Hibiscus flowers of all colors, the moringa flowers. Then we have so much different types of flowers that we could use to get vitamin C. So you can see that we are abundant. We have everything we need. We got the sun, we got the healing plants. We have everything we need to help the body through this process of elimination. Now, we go back to this right here. This process of elimination, right, of the alcohol, we call it goma or cruda. The elimination of other toxicities, right? This right here, we call it blue. Neither one of this, goma nerve flu is caused by a virus. In the science of healing, virus not cause this. We cause it. The consumption of different toxins causes our body or forces our body to have to find different ways and work a little bit harder to eliminate this toxicity. And that process, well, that's what we call the sickness. So this is the science of the healing. This is a part of the science. And if you go understand this, I mean, it's all up to you. All we have our own opinions and all we could think for ourselves. So, they have a different science where we could implement too, and that is the science of treatment. But this right there what I introduced is the science of healing. Remember, knowledge is key then, sir. Right? Knowledge is key. The more you know, the less you fear. The less you know, the more you fear. Let your food be your medicine and not your poison.